Men want traditional wives. No, you don't. Well, men might, but passport bros do not want traditional wives. Passport bros want one of three things. They want a cheap good time in either Thailand, Colombia, or the Dominican Republic, or they want a woman who does traditional duties around the house, but because traditional wives are actually quite expensive, they also want her to work full-time. The only women in the world really misguided enough to do that are American women. Well, good luck out there. But what they really want, most of them, is just the attention that they're gonna get from random women on the internet by leaving stupid comments like that. They're not leaving the country, they can't afford to. Definitely cannot afford a traditional wife. And since they can't get women, the only thing they can get is the scraps of attention those of us who respond to their comments give them. So you're welcome. I hope that holds you over for a while.
Oh no, so this is the same woman now. She's contradicting herself in this second video. And look.
Okay, let's talk about passport bros. Here's the first thing you need to know about these walnuts. Have you noticed that the ones who are chanting passport bros are the same ones that are also chanting about how they don't want to pay for dates? So they basically want you to believe that they can't afford dinner, but they can afford a passport and a flight out of the country. Second of all, they're in for a rude awakening, and I'm kind of here for it. We all know that the bar is in literal hell in the United States, and they're going to find that when they leave the United States, that women's standards are actually higher. So the only women they'll be getting are the ones that they're paying for, or women from impoverished areas that are desperate. And if you're thinking, damn, that sounds predatory, you would be right.
I've seen what she's doing. Have you seen how she has intelligently take a swipe at the passport bros? Guys, your comments in the comment section and subscribe to the channel.
So I met a passport bro in real life for the first time, and we had like a conversation about his desire to be a passport bro, and I was very straight up. I was like, don't tell me you're a passport bro. And he was like, he got really defensive, and I was like,
we all know it. This is a make-up story. You're making up stuff.
anyways, the only thing I got out of that conversation is that if you need to leave the country to find someone you're compatible with, maybe you're the problem. Maybe you're the problem, sir. That's all I got from that conversation. Never spoke to that man again. Thank God.
You know, I type in stepmom into something I do every day, and I just clicked on the first thing I saw, and you know, I knew 2 seconds in that it was Tracy because she's my stepmom. And then I thought, well, you know, maybe she's just an actor. Some of these things are fake, you know. But then I saw Steven, my brother, and I knew it was him right away because we have matching Ant-Man tattoos on our back from the Paul Rudd movie. And I thought, well, you know, at least it's not the whole family. At least Dad's not there. And then Dad knocked on the door. And then I thought to myself, well, you know what? Maybe I was out of town. I've never been out of town in my life. I've never left this town. But I thought maybe I was out of town. And then Dad goes, don't worry. Grace is downstairs. She's eating chili. She'll never hear. And I remember that chili too. I would have put the chili down, honestly. They could have let me into what happened to them. I love chili, but it's not more important than family.
Oh man. What did you want to do with your brother and father? Come on now. You know that wouldn't have happened. Chili. He's talking about the chili and the matching tattoos.
A woman shared her regrets about not working harder to save her marriage now that her ex-husband is happily remarried. The 41-year-old woman shared to the True Off My Chest subreddit that she left her husband around 10 years ago, shortly after they'd had their first child together. According to this woman, there were no major issues in the marriage. She was a stay-at-home mom and had her husband wrapped around her finger. He did whatever she said, and she burnt him out. When he grew tired of her demands, she started threatening divorce. She thought she was still a great catch and that she could do better than her husband, so she left. She ended up getting joint custody of her son and the house after the divorce. Now, 10 years later, the ex-husband is happily remarried with a baby daughter and a new house. The divorced woman, on the other hand, has been unmarried ever since. She's jealous of her ex-husband's new wife, saying, "She took my husband, she took my kid, she took my life that was once mine, and now I live in an empty house." She claims she is alone and miserable and wishes she would have been a better wife 10 years ago so she wouldn't be in this situation. As you can probably imagine, not many people were very sympathetic towards this woman. "You got what you deserved and he got what he deserved," one Redditor commented. Others noted that the new wife didn't take anything from her, with one saying, "You gave it away." This woman's story may end in bitterness and guilt, but that's not the case for most divorcees. According to research derived from family law attorneys, 80% of divorcees end up remarried. While divorce is a valid option in many situations, it's not always the solution. It takes two to make things work, and many people believe this woman reaped what she sowed.
What makes a guy easily unattractive?
There's many. When he doesn't have a fresh haircut, when he doesn't have style, when he looks like a frog. Like, just come on.
What makes a guy easily undriven? Just like when he talks about other chicks.
Have you noticed the other two women talked about qualities? The other one was trying to... It's things to do with body shaming somebody. So it's only the ones that, that feel like they have the right to shame others. Do they even look at in their mirrors, or their mirror says otherwise? Maybe that's the reason why they feel they need to shame others. Oh.
A bad boy or a nice guy?
A nice guy. I'm done. No, bring me all the nice guys.
Somebody asked me to translate. When she says, "I'm sick of bad boys," she means this. And when she says, "I want to date a nice guy," she means this. Not this. I'm sick of bad boys. I want to date a nice guy. This guy is what she means, not this
Clever.
one.
Personally, I love my men ran through. Hear me out. It was cute for a little while, like seeing men who are unseasoned, because then like they're very impressionable and anything you do basically like impresses them. But there's nothing like a seasoned man where you don't have to teach him anything, especially like when it comes to meeting my soulmate. He better have gone through like 1 or 2 HOE phases, because he needs to get all that out of his system, and I don't want to teach him anything. For example, with unseasoned men, like they always act a little weird when it comes to spending the night. Like you have to ask them permission, whereas if you're with a seasoned man, they are almost like offended if you don't spend the night.
The reasons why women overlook body count, and it's the same reason why they are hate when men says that body count matters. Why? Because they want the seasoned guy, and they are not allowed to do what that seasoned guy they want to be doing. They don't want to rack up some, they feel like controlled, like some control too that men have when they say they don't want a woman with a high body count. But then they actually want a guy with a high body count. Guys, thanks for watching and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.